How's it going, guys? My name is Graeme. Welcome to this early look at Ancient Enemy. The game is due out on April 9th. I'll be Grimball. There we go. No need to think hard on it whatsoever. I'm gonna go for normal difficulty. There's also like a relaxed and nightmare or extra difficult thing. It is a card-based RPG. They compared themselves to Darkest Dungeon or Slay the Spire, but I don't think it's actually a roguelike. I don't think you die and reset. I think there's actually a game that you're working on progressing your way through, which I think is interesting and maybe like a nice needed change for the genre at large. Number 1, Awakening. Okay, so that's like a chapter, and then we got these little missions within that. So we got our 1-1 here. The Mage. When I awoke, there was no light. Days passed before I could pull myself from that wretched darkness. I emerged, ragged and bearded, from the ruins of our home, the Citadel. Only then, finally, did I understand. All was lost. Our enemy had won. A particularly ancient enemy. So old, you wouldn't even believe it if I told you. It was impossible to tell how much time had passed. Getting older by the day. More ancient, they would say. But my people were gone. All the lands had been emptied of civilization. Roads collapsed back into nature. Villages returned to scattered rock. Fields were already mere suggestions between the woodlands. Ooh, I like that. That's poetic. The suggestion of a forest. I'm not being like ironic or silly. That's kind of cool. I like that language. Now, only one path remains, the path to the enemy. I reach out with my mind to where the great evil is still abroad, insane and gloating amidst the ruins of our world. I must summon my strength. My mind, fogged by years of unnatural slumber, reels at this reality. Can I regain the distant powers that I wielded long ago? I failed my people once. Would I do so again? I have no idea how the gameplay of this actually works. Try to remove as many cards as possible. Okay, this might be a more simplistic game than I was expecting, or less like, it was never going to be action-oriented, but less combat-heavy. I'm pretty sure there is combat, but apparently there's other things. Click on a card, one number higher or lower. This is based on a game. It's not like Mahjong, I don't think. I don't remember what it is. I feel like I've played something similar before. Click on a card, one number higher or lower than the card at the bottom of the screen. So we got our 3, and then 4, 5, 4... Draw a stock card. There are no more playable cards, so you need to draw a new one from the stockpile. 0s and 9s. 0 can go on a 9 and vice versa, so it circles back around. So we got ourselves a 0 and a 9. 8, 7, 6, 5. Great. Combo started. You started a combo by playing 6 cards in a row. Combos earn you more power, so keep that going as long as possible. This kind of reminds me of Demon Crawl, where they like RPG-ified Minesweeper. Now we got this other like classic that's been RPG'd. End combo when you need to draw a stock card to keep things going. Dang it, which it appears I do need to do. We can add the 1, 2, 2, and damn. That was going so well until the very last card there. Perfect. Well, I knew I was great, but perfect seems a step too far, but I'm willing to take the compliment, absolutely. Best combo was 7, record high. Really crushing it out there. That one had like a different icon, so I'm wondering if that means something different. Maybe it just means cutscene. Desolation, everything abandoned, and yet there's a figure on the road ahead. Brother, oh brother, let us meet and speak of what misfortune has befallen our sweet Mercia. Something snarls beneath the ragged hood. If it had once been human, then it is no more. This poor creature is hollowed out by malign power. With a grim determination, I remember my purpose. My purpose is to pick up these cards. Make sure I do so in order. I don't want to do it out of order. That would be absolute chaos, madness. Surely the enemy would win if I were to do that. The Twisted Bandit. So here's where things are going to get more complicated, because all of a sudden we're dealing with physical defense, magic defenses, actual health, like skills and cards. Turn-based combat. Charge your actions by removing cards with the corresponding suit. Suit seems to have been simplified into just color, and yellow is physical, Blue is magic. They seem to have some consistency going on there. Pay attention to the enemy's next action and attack or defend accordingly. Enemy actions gain 1 charge per turn. Oh, so these guys are naturally just going to build up. And he's getting ready to use this. Like, he'll be using this next turn, I'm guessing. Bludgeon for 5 physical damage. Talk softly. Carry a big stick. There's also the Iron Skin. The purpose of a mage is to change the world, but first he must survive. And Flaming Ichor. Scorch enemies for 5 physical, plus a combo bonus. Never underestimate the extraordinary power of Cleansing Flame. He only has 1. He has like a limit to the number of these that he can actually use. So indicating what the next action is going to be is totally a Slay the Spire thing. These guys have fire resistances, so try not to use fire. Luckily, I don't have any of that. Should I defend? I feel like I should be defending this, so I'm going to play around with charging up. Oh, the charge is 2 out of 3. The 5 is like maybe representative of the damage or defense that it's going to provide. I thought that was the number of cards I was going to have to chain together, and that seemed quite high. Now I suddenly have to start working in the opposite direction. I don't really want to do that, but that's fine. Let's keep things going. You started a combo bonus of playing 6 cards in a row. Combos boost your attack damage and defense spells. Try to keep going to build up an even bigger combo. Melee attack, ready to go. It's charged, click to attack, or keep playing to build up a combo bonus. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's try and keep this going, because maybe I can actually just build this up long enough that I would be able to... well, now I ran out of zeros. I can't circle back around. Damn it. Can I take you back? I don't want that. I've decided that I would like to undo. Well, dang. Instead, I'm gonna take the defense there and try to deflect. Good to know. Good to know that remains charged up, but it lost its combo bonus. So that's kind of a little bit of a trade-off that you have to deal with there. I only have the 1. No, I have 2 zeros. So I can dip up here and come back around. Nice and heftily built up. He's getting ready to throw this, which I don't really want to have to defend every individual time, you know? I'd rather try and keep building things up. I'll go offensive, just to play around with things. Try and get a feel for that. I don't know, there's not a lot to get a feel for, but I'm trying it out, you know? New to all this. Click refresh to deal new cards at any time. This ends your turn. If I feel like I've maxed out the deck, perhaps, I got enough that I can just finish them off. So we'll just slice through there and move along. I like that. There's like a fun... I feel like I've played games very similar to this, but they're usually a blending of RPG, turn-based combat with like match 3 mechanics. I feel like doing this instead is a nice change up of things. I can loot them as well. So I can take on different skills or just power. Don't really know what power would be for. Pyre, magic attack, 5 fire damage, and Screaming Skull active ability removes a targeted playable card. We stand upon a landscape of bones, and their rage echoes through it. Like, I could just disable one of their cards or remove it? I'm kind of... Oh, did I get all of that? I thought I was going to have to select one. The vanquished creature had once been a son of my people. I was certain. A descendant of one of these peaceful villages, dehumanized by the hand of the enemy. I was resolved now. There must be blood. Drag the Pyre spell to your inventory to equip it. Hook me up. Active abilities, I just have that. It's ready to go. And character, he's leveled up. Oh, so you actually have like skills to spend too. Vigor, boost maximum health by 2 when you spend a skill point. So I can invest in that more than once potentially. And now I kind of have like a branching path that I can build towards. Like I can choose either or of those next time. Cool. I think I'm probably ready for my next chapter, Paths of Recall. Ooh, there's quite a bit to work through here, and little like side quests it looks like you can go on and stuff. I'm kind of curious to see how much exploration you can truly do. I'm more in my lonely road. What I would give to see a friendly face or to receive a kind gesture. Yet I take solace in nature, the sound of running water, the flicker of birds, lively among the blossoms. Over and again I reach for the moments before the end. How did I come to be trapped beneath the ruins of our home? Why would the enemy leave me, the most implacable defender of my people, free to walk this earth again? Maybe because of that, like, unwieldy, risky way that you choose to hold your dagger. I feel like if you were to trip and fall, you're gonna shank yourself in the kidney or something, man. You gotta sheathe that, or point it away from yourself. Pointy end away, at least. Did your mom teach you nothing not to run with giant daggers? Safety first. Thoughts flick around me like insects in the light. I am missing something, but what? Well, a sense of personal well-being. That's one thing. Ooh, could I earn a card? Uncover useful hidden items under cards to aid you in your journey. There's also this key and lock that I presumably have to, like, acquire in a specific order. Use this active ability to remove a targeted playable card. This is the lock. Well, I choose to remove the key. Alright, well, I don't want to do that right now, then. Or do I? I guess the 5 is, like, furthest away from what I can currently access. Nope, I'm still stuck. I still need, like, a 1. Stock cards remaining. Okay, I do have a count of that. Alright, how do I earn the key? What? I guess if it's uncovered, you can just pick it up? That was far easier than I was expecting it to be. Now I feel kind of silly for going about it the way that I did. Ooh, here's the kind of combo I was waiting on. But it's a regular non-combat thing, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. There's power. Power gathered this hand. I have yet to particularly see value in power. It isn't charged. It will recharge on the next hand, or if you find a recharge card. Alright, I was just kind of curious how that would work. Let me just hop around through some of these 4s and 3s and stuff. That was a mistake. The worm. Click this special card to pick it up. See what happens. It is wild. You can play it at any time and place it, any card on top of it. So if I feel like I'm stuck, which right now I kind of am, so I might as well toss that into the mix. And then what would best keep me moving forward? I can grab the 3, the 2. Apparently that counts as a combo. I didn't really think you would get the benefit there. 2, 1. Dang it, I keep getting stuck. I really like the satisfaction of chaining together a particularly long stretch of these. I just keep getting held up. I feel like the momentum of the game is really slowed down and it's become a lot more serene, I guess. It's got a little bit more of a flow. It's not as action-oriented as, like, Slay the Spire or anything. You can throw this bomb, try it out, the next duel, perhaps. Do I have to actually, like, clear the field? I wasn't expecting that. I kind of thought once I uncovered things, it would just be the end. It would just allow me to move on. Emptying a pile seems to earn you powers. That's another way to gain that. Oh, all kinds of zeros to chain together there. Earning all the power. There we go. I think you either have to fail or make it to the end before you're allowed to actually properly move on with things, apparently. Here we have a battle, and then I have options. I can do little side things. Oh my god, what is this weird mushroom pig wolf with scales? Hair? Just a weird haircut? I'm not sure what that is on the side. Alas, not even our natural world remains untainted by the enemy's hand. Even now the creature hungers and loathes the human form. I must fight to protect myself, as once I tried to protect these lands. Well, just a big dumb pig, and you're a person, so I'm thinking you probably have an advantage in this situation. Click on it to instantly damage an enemy. That sounds really easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that freebie. If you're gonna offer it up like that, yeah, that's the way to go. Recharge a card. Okay, so here's something that could come in handy. What would reveal the most cards to me? That might only reveal 1. Dang. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I could recharge. And then this will reveal 2. I'll just do the instant damage again, I guess. There we go. Now I can finally start circling things back around a little bit. Halted yet again. Just kind of keep getting frozen, stuck, not able to do anymore. I auto-equipped the Flaming Ichor. I wasn't expecting to have that available in my arsenal, actually. I thought I would have to equip it. So I have these 3 kind of core cards plus an extra little slot there. He is simply getting ready to defend, so I should really try and juice up my attack as much as I can, kind of cook things a little bit. Gain temporary defense. Nice. Will that last, though? Is that only going to last? Like, it is almost a waste to use it currently since he wasn't attacking? It's gone. Yeah, so that was probably not the right time to pick that up and use it. But I got my freebie card. He's got a big old defend. I might as well just attack again. I knew he was going to deflect that, I guess. There, 2. That's what I was building up for. Refresh? Nah, that's fine. Don't need it right now. Currently building up to my ultimate #1 fire attack. Probably burst into flames like a giant inferno. All those mushrooms. In normal difficulty, health persists within chapters. If you lose too much health in a fight, click retry hand. So I did lose a little bit there. Those I just get to carry on with me to the next level, I guess. I'll do a little side mission, see what that's about. Presumably there's no, enemy here. Yes, a little power remains in the sacred places. Magic abides, and I must draw on it, taking from this world the last drops of strength, just as I wring the last fragments of will from my own shattered body. Perhaps, if I can find enough of these places of sacred strength, I can be the man I was so long ago. Ooh, interesting layouts. Although, it doesn't make much of a difference to lay it out in a weird swoop pattern like that rather than just stacked on top of one another. But whatever. It looks a little bit fancy. This time I actually have to dig around for the key. I don't just get a freebie to build off of. Although it was hidden in quite the easy place to find there. That wasn't much of a mission to go digging away for that one. I'm gonna use my freebie 676, and then I'm suddenly stuck right where I was again. These little sections are quite peaceful to play, but I see no real reason to provide the commentary to go along with it. You can pretty much predict exactly what's going to be happening. There's no real surprises like, holy shit, I didn't see that coming, whoa, mind blowing. Out of control, dude. What a wild combo. Look at me, I'm unstoppable. So good at this game. It is nice. It's nice to play. There's just not a lot to show in those sections. Apparently, especially when there's not anything you're fighting against. I'll pop over and do the other little side mission too, I guess. Might as well kind of complete the chapter. My heart tremors. We once visited this place on festival days, bedecked with garlands, my lover's hand in mine. Priests and sorcerers once communed with the living world and drew both power and wisdom from the fabric of the universe. Perhaps I too can gather a splinter of what remains. So we're just kind of building up our power. I guess the power is just a way of earning levels? That's all I can really think that it would be for. Oh, you missed a card. You can undo. So you can undo drawing. I don't know if you can undo any of the cards you pick up. Seems like not really. And it only seems like undo comes up when you specifically miss something useful. Like if I skip this 8. Oh, I only have so many undos. You don't have any left. They will recharge on the next hand. You can start with more undos per hand by equipping certain passive ability cards. So there, I could have used that one. The game kind of alerted me. The card wiggled to be oh, you could have used that. You might want to keep a better eye out, but it doesn't actually let you undo every screw up of yours. I actually reached the end of my hand there. And I'll use the wild card so I can properly clear the thing and take yet another perfect. But I would call that cheating a little bit, but I kind of play it back in my favor again because I purposely took a mistake there in order for the sake of showcasing. Just giving an example, you know? More of these ravaged creatures await me. They are scavengers, which gives me hope that I might meet one of those that they scavenge upon. Try to rescue someone. I do kind of like the way that it folds in all these specialty cards, and you can try to dig your way down towards them and all that. I think that's Quite interesting the way that's all laid out. This guy's not really building towards anything right now, but I kind of want to just be able to dig down into this a little bit. So I see no harm in uncovering some of these things, even though it's not directly building me up to what I needed. Oh, it's a single use. Gotcha, right. So I could use this, I could heal. I might as well, actually, considering that I have taken some damage. I think that was probably the right thing to do. Let's see if I can chain together some sort of combo to try and cook up my damage a little bit higher. Oh, that's as good as it's going to get. So I'm just going to go at... Actually, what's his resistances? He has ice resistances, so fire's fine. I'll go ahead and burn this boy up real good. He's going for 5 damage. I guess I'll take the defense and save myself from getting just ruined out here. I'd rather play it a little bit safe, trying to stay alive. Don't want to risk things too much. Take the freebie damage every time. Always worth it. Damn. That combo was going quite well. I was hoping I would be able to keep things going. Luckily, I was able to get that off before he properly healed. We're not really doing things at the same time here. There is a little bit of a stagger there that I was able to work into my favor. Oh, here's one of the first times I'm actually stuck. Refresh the tableau cards and end turn. Oh! Okay, refresh was more dramatic than I thought. I didn't realize it was going to get rid of everything like that. That's kind of interesting. I'm only allowed to do that the once, though. It gives me access to new skull cards, which is good, but it also like ends your turn, so you can kind of get quite stuck going about things that way, suddenly having like no means to protect yourself. I should be able to cast that before he has the chance to defend. Nice. I did great. Not perfect, unfortunately. My first non-perfect. Apparently I am still fallible. Hey, I came away with that with 1 more health that I went in with. Frostbite, chill for 5 ice damage, slow if combo 10. What is cold but ultimate negation? Welcome the ice and snow. Got a worm and a power. I don't think that card is anything I play. I think I just instantly get the power. I should probably inspect my inventory. I've probably like leveled up? Maybe not even. How far away am I? Power available to spend. I don't actually see anywhere that shows how far away I am from leveling up again. So no new skills to invest in. Take on the final boss. Okay, he's a little bit bloodied up. Looks like it also looks like he spends a lot of time plucking his eyebrows and doing his hair in the morning. So, you know, he's stylish, but he's trying to make it look like he's not putting in that much work by putting on like a dirty shirt afterwards. Another antagonist blocks the road ahead of me, a hulking, swollen form that I recognize as once having been a fey creature, one of the spirits of the deep outer forests and mountains. Once such beasts helped us in our struggles, but its form has been corrupted, and I will receive no aid from its like now. To battle! By slowly, delicately laying out cards that we can then ponder over. It's not that epic of a charge. Check out this guy's resistances. Fire and stun. Can't be stunned. He has a shitload of health, actually. That's quite difficult. What do you want me to check out in the equipment screen here? Maybe I want to play something other, like non-fire based. That's probably what it's hinting at here. That makes sense. Swap that out. That's good that you can swap it in battle like that, actually. That doesn't cost me a turn or anything? Seems like I'm fine. Oh, do you know what? It's just because the fight hadn't started. Now, once I start things, I would not be able to do that. 14 turns? 10 turns? That's where you're getting the perfects and the great ranks and things. That makes sense. This guy can heal. That sucks. I don't want him... Don't want that. Don't want him to be able to do that. I'm going to use my worm early on to try and keep boosting that as much as I can. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to build it up a bit more than I just did. I might get away with it. A little bit extra. Swinging it around. Great. Free damage. They actually have like a little like mini small reaction animation. That's quite good. Wow. The amount you can ramp up the damage is really not great. It just didn't... I really thought I could with that amount of a combo of 14, I really thought it would be like 8, 9, 10 damage. That really wasn't great. It didn't end up anywhere near as high as I was hoping it would. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use Frostbite. I realize he's going to throw this thing at me, but whatever, I'll survive it. I'll be fine. I don't care about living that much further into this anyways. I'm probably playing till the end of this little chapter here and no further, so whatever. Might as well have fun with it. Go balls to the wall and try and take him out in as few turns as possible. Try and really earn that perfect, even at the cost of my own life. Oh, look at that. A couple of freebies hidden underneath there. Great. I probably should use the Frostbite, actually, since I had that ready to go. That probably would have been better. Increase attack damage by 30%. Oh, it's a strength tonic. That's not even the healing one. Okay. So my strategy of trying to finish things off early is probably still not a bad idea. It's, yeah, there's no point defending specifically there if he's just going to use the strength tonic. But I got to keep an eye out. This guy can kind of hammer me all of a sudden. So it's funny that he's going for a block. Free damage. Easy. This game is just so simple. Look at that. Everything's coming up. Millhouse. I don't know if the mage was specifically named, so I'm naming him for him. I'm sure he's truly honored. If I use this worm, I'm only going to be able to do the 2 and 3. I was fingers crossed a little bit that something else would come up that would be more useful to me to keep that chain running. That really wasn't that exciting. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm going to use another one. I'm going to do the skull first. 4 or 5. Great. That does actually do quite a bit for me, and I'm able to push that quite a bit further. Hell yeah. Nearly cooked things up about as good as it's going to get. Adding in the worm there at the end wasn't totally necessary. Didn't add really anything extra. Going for the big old Frostbite. Overkill 1 on that one. Combo Journeyman. I thought that went quite well. I did lose a fair amount of health. Didn't heal that whole time, so that's not very good. Aspen Mirage. Block 5 magic damage for 1 turn. Wrap the natural world around you. Mage. And nothing will be impossible. And then I got the Strength Tonic, similar to the one he had. 50 extra power, which is quite good. There is a little better sign of the awful method of the enemy than the corruption of beings like the Fae. They were once gentle, strong creatures seeking to heal the rift between man and the natural world. Nothing new. Nothing more than monsters. That's what I think of when I see a hulking, red-skinned monstrosity covered in blood like that. Oh, he's so gentle. Just a real sweetheart. I once glimpsed the Fae and their great stag god traveling through the deep wilderness. The enemy's grim power has cut all that away, leaving this world a hollow place. Perhaps in time it will find a way to heal and to return. First, though, I must cut out the rot. Ooh, that was kind of a cool, epic moment at the end. I've gathered so much strength. Really, the cup filleth over, and absorb the wisdom of the land, but which fundamental truths will I unlock? Oh god, okay, so now the spell book at hand. We have Earthquake, Shake for 5 physical damage, debuff enemy attack if combo 10, no reply to the earth beneath your feet, nor means of flight. Or the Temporal Shock, a magic attack, inflict magic damage based on the last playing card's number. History is there in all its power if you can simply grasp it. So do I have to pay 500 for those? Learn this for 500 power. Yes. That's quite interesting. That's like a cool one. And I'm seeing now how like this can only fit into the blue slot. That's kind of how you pick and choose those things. Having a defense is probably good to hang on to. I can equip one of my gears. I have 3 gear slots. And abilities. I do have a new one. Will of the Wisp. Shuffles playfield cards. This perfidious fairy-like light of the swamp serves any who dare to master it. For 100 power, next to nothing. Might as well. And, I can actually have that equipped as well. And there's also passive abilities. I haven't even learned any passive abilities yet. And one more skill point to learn. 10% chance to counter if health is above 50, and deal 1 extra damage if health is below 50. I like the idea of the countering, and that I should probably try and keep my health up a little bit. I don't like playing, you know, against the ropes sort of thing. I'd rather keep it a little bit higher. So there's our first look at Ancient Enemy. Quite casual, fun little like puzzly type game with some light RPG elements. I think it's an effective combo. I see no need to play more of it. It's like I like that there's a story and the different RPG things that have been folded in. But yeah, pretty casual experience overall. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.